Married Guide to Managing Money. Managing your money as a couple is one of the best financial decisions that you can make. In today's video, we're going to be discussing a few of these money management skills that will not only help strengthen you as a couple, but it will also help reduce conflict within your relationship. Management skill number 1, put God first. God owns everything. We must recognize that we are stewards and not owners of the resources He has entrusted us with. In Malachi 3:10, God tells us that the first fruits of our labor should be 1/10 of what we produce. That means that we should give 10% off the top and work towards giving even more beyond that. In Proverbs chapter number 3 and verse 9 and 10, it says, "Honor the Lord with your possessions and with the first fruits of all your increase, so that your barns will be filled with plenty and your vats will overflow with new wine." The reality is, no one gives accidentally. It's intentional. When you budget your money each month, the first thing you should do is set aside 10% of your income for giving. Management skill number 2, make decisions as a team. Often, one spouse has more financial skills than the other, but this doesn't mean the other spouse should not be involved in financial decision making. Get in a habit of discussing your finances together. Opening a joint account and pooling your money makes managing your finances easier. It's also a good way to keep track of spending and savings as you both work towards common financial goals. Management skill number 3, be transparent. Be transparent about all your financial matters, including any debt or current expenses, income, and any investments you might have. God wants us to be people of integrity in our financial dealings, and that includes being honest when it comes to our finances too. Management skill number 4, set goals. Figure out how much money you have in your checkings and savings accounts and your IRAs. Assess any debts you have, like credit card balance, car loans, rent, or student loans. Take the full amount of money you owe and subtract it from the total amount you have. The difference between the two is your net worth. Once you've learned your net worth, you need to start thinking about working a budget that includes these goals: building an emergency fund, paying off debt, setting short-term and long-term financial goals. Management skill number 5, create a budget. A budget is a plan that you write down to decide how you'll spend your money each month. A budget shows you how much money you make, how you spend your money. You can download templates and get started easily on a budget. Work together sculpting a budget. Management skill number 6, handle debt together. There are 2 methods you might consider. The first is the snowball method. With this method, you start by paying off your lowest balance before moving on to your second lowest balance, and so on until your debt is paid. The idea here is that small wins will keep us motivated and on track to get rid of debt. The next is the debt avalanche method. This method works best when you must tackle high-interest credit cards. The quicker you eliminate the ones on top, the more money you will save. It takes a commitment to change the way we think about money and the way we manage money. Let me give you some simple advice on how to walk in obedience and freedom when it comes to money. Seek God in everything and walk in His ways, and you will have more than enough. Leviticus chapter 26, verse 3 through 5 says, "If you walk in my statutes and keep my commandments and perform them, then I will give you rain in its season. The land shall yield its produce, and the trees of the field shall yield their fruit. Your threshing shall last till the time of vintage, and the vintage shall till the time of sowing. You shall eat your bread to the full and dwell in your land safely.